In today's video, I wanted to talk about 3 costly mistakes that I personally see, you've probably seen, you've probably done, I've probably done, that people don't even realize. And they are costing us time as well as money, and we can avoid them. So let's talk about it. If you are new to my channel, my name is Tresha. I am your interior design strategist. I am here to help you make intentional design decisions, try to guide you in creating a beautiful space that you will absolutely love. So let's go ahead and get started with the first mistake that I see. The first mistake is that people are buying furniture, decor that is not in proportion with the space, with the entryway specifically. We all love to shop from time to time. Some people like to shop more than others, right? We have a tendency to be more spontaneous when it comes to decorating. We go to the store to see what's out there. We have our favorite stores that we like to go to, and we happen to stumble upon, furniture, decor that we like, and it's a good price. Then we are approached by a salesperson that kind of entices us, encourages us, it is a good piece to have, and we need to take it home. So they did their job, and now we are bringing in this piece into our space, and guess what? It doesn't fit. And the reason why it doesn't fit, because we didn't even take the time to measure our space to make sure that the piece will even fit. It is important to understand what your measurements are for your entryway first. Whether the piece is going to be on the floor or on the wall, we need to understand the dimensions. Do we have the space for this piece is the question we should ask when we see something. This will save you a lot of time, especially if you go and say you get a bench, and say you go to a store where you can customize this bench. You can choose the right fabric for it, or a fabric that you like. You don't necessarily have to get what they have on the show floor. Okay, so you go through the process of selecting the right fabric that you would like. It goes with your color scheme, and you purchase it. Guess what? You can't return it because it is custom. Now you have to figure out, it's custom, it is too big for your space, and now you have to figure out what in the world are you going to do with it. So then you go into a cycle of trying to find a new location that you had not planned on it being in your home to try to make it work, and it doesn't work. You see what I'm saying? It's like a cycle. So it is important to just go ahead and take the time, get your measuring tape out, and write down the dimensions of your entryway and have it on hand whenever you are going out to, purchase furniture or decor. Also, know your ceiling height as well. That way you can understand how much space you have above your furniture and to the ceiling if you want to put some nice artwork up on the wall. So yes, and I know you probably didn't even think about some of these things when you are thinking about decorating. That's why the Entryway Design Playbook is great for you. It will help you create your vision. It will help you understand your space and what needs to go into it. I will put the link in the description box below just in case you are ready to, take that next step and, get serious about what it is that you need to do in creating a cohesive space for your entryway. I also want to mention people put the wrong rug sometimes in the entryway. And it might be a nice rug, it might go with your vision, it might go with your style, but it might not be the best fit for the entryway. If you think about it, the entryway is a high traffic area, okay? A lot of people are coming in and out of your home daily. The question you have to ask, is this rug going to be durable enough to sustain, a high traffic area? Because if you don't buy something that's durable, that can handle all the high traffic that's coming in, then you will find yourself changing out your rug, your runner, your area rug, whatever you choose. You will find yourself changing it out pretty frequently. Okay, I just wanted to just mention that just in case you might not even thought of it. So let's go ahead and talk about the second mistake that I see. The second mistake that I see is chasing trends. People purchasing according to trends. And when you use that as your direction or your compass of when to change out your pieces in your home, you're gonna find yourself changing out pieces pretty frequently. For example, computers. Computers come out like every 6 months. There's always some new electronic out. Are you really going to spend money every time there is a new model that comes out? That's going to add up. That's the same thing. Just because you see it on your algorithm, just because other people have it, please do not let these things dictate when you need to change pieces out or when you should add decor. The important thing is you, to focus on the things that you truly love, especially if it's a major piece, something that you're saving your money up for, that you're investing a lot in. Choose a timeless piece. These should not be trending pieces because one day it's in and one day it's out, and you don't want to find yourself switching out often. If you are somebody who likes to add in trending pieces, make sure they are accent pieces, something that you didn't spend a lot of money incorporating into your space. All right, so let's move on to the third mistake. Okay, so this one, I do not hear a lot of people talking about this one, and it needs to be said. The third mistake that I see people doing is decorating according to what other people are telling them. I can't tell you enough how many conversations I have had with people. They telling me that somebody else told them to get that piece that they see in their entryway. This is your home. You are the one that has to live and see this thing, whatever you put in your space, every single day. It should come from you. You are the deciding factor. These other people out here, they are projecting. They are telling you, they mean well. I am not saying that these people don't mean well. They do. But the decision, what you choose in your space needs to come from you first, right? It should be something that you like and you have decided that you like this piece first, so that you're not influenced by anybody else. It's nothing wrong with getting a second opinion. Somebody that you know their aesthetic, you like their aesthetic, very similar to yours, completely fine. But you are the deciding factor. Please do not, because there are people who will love, if you're going to spend some money, they are here for the ride. They want to go and buy something that they want, that's according to their style, and they gonna put it in your house, okay? Because you planning on buying it. No, absolutely not. These people should not, these people should not influence your decision, okay? Let me tell you. And then, can you imagine everybody's telling you, okay, get this piece and get that piece and if you do that, if you do this, if you let other people decide what goes into your space as not a professional, you're going to find yourself with a room that does not reflect who you are at all. That might not even be your style. You might not even like it. And guess what? Now you have to go and find new pieces when you get that awareness and realize that it's not you and you don't want it. You're going to either have to sell it, move it, shift it around the house, right? You're trying to figure out where to put it, and it's probably not going to work because that's not even a piece that you even like. That's not your style. This is what I'm talking about. And people don't even talk about this. This should be like the number one mistake. People mean well, but let me tell you, they should not be projecting their design aesthetic on you, especially if it's not the same. And if you want to know 5 small changes that will elevate the look of your entryway, check this video out.